an entrepreneur went from bankruptcy to the Small Business Association's Business Champion of the Year. That's next on Great Day Washington. Well, welcome back to Great Day Washington. You know, funding a startup in its early stages is incredibly important. However, it can be a daunting task as well, especially between business meetings, pitches, and all of the moving parts.
So much that goes into it. We're joined by business coach and funding expert, Kedma Ough. She's helped more than 10,000 entrepreneurs plan their businesses. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. We were just talking about your name, Kedma.
Yes.
Means?
To move forward.
To move forward.
Yes.
So, and it's so hard when you're in these startups, these small businesses, to kind of keep that momentum going. Now, you've been on this 18-year journey. Take us through that a little bit, because you had the low and now the high highs.
Absolutely. Well, if we were going in a time machine 18 years ago, you would have found me in Tucson, Arizona, sitting on a curb, actually sobbing my eyes out because I had just filed bankruptcy. And actually, most people don't know this. Most women file bankruptcy because they've gone through a divorce, not because they don't know how to manage money. And I remember picking up my stuff, going back to my apartment. 2 weeks later, I received an envelope from Capital One for a credit card for $200. But when I was a little girl, I used to play Monopoly. And if you've ever played Monopoly, when you go around the board, do you know how much money you get? $200.
Oh, when you pass go.
Absolutely. Yes. So I said, I am back in the game. And and then I said, what if I go on a journey to find grants and resources for people like me? Good people who had had a crisis, and that took me on a 15-year journey, 3 years to write the book, and here I am today.
And you not only wrote the book, you became Small Business Champion of the Year. What type of mind shift happens to go from bankruptcy, and I know it's not quick because there's a 18-year arc, to being recognized in the industry as one of the best?
You know, I am all about justice, and the reason I received that award was because back in 2012, there's a program which I talk about called SBIR, federal grants that give up to $150,000 for product development to really solve big problems. The problem is that my state was sleeping and wasn't doing the work, and I knew this. And so I had the opportunity to bring the program to Oregon, but nobody, I would make all these phone calls, nobody wanted to help me. And it cost about $200,000 to bring this program to Oregon. So, I love my husband, without telling him, I went and I put $50,000 against our line of home to bring the program. Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm all about justice, and I knew at that moment if I didn't make a difference, other people wouldn't be affected. Today, we are leading in Oregon with SBIR. We have programs, we have fast track, but it happened from that, and that's why I received the award, was because I went over and beyond. How many people would do that?
Okay, so that's the translatable skill that people can take, is that you started out in one state, it looks like you moved to Oregon, and you went above and beyond in your business.
Of course.
And that's why you won.
Yeah, I won because I was willing to sacrifice almost anything to prove that there had to be some opportunity for funding for other people. So that's why I won. And now, you know, now we have millions of dollars coming into Oregon because the program is thriving.
So you're helping people find that money. The book is called Target Funding.
Yes.
You say people can find these unique variables. What are those?
They're actually within you right now. So variables are unique to you. So if I'm looking at you, and I was doing some work, I would say, okay, you're a woman, right? You may be part of an ethnicity. So let's say you're African American or Hispanic. You're based in Washington, D.C. Maybe you classify as a social entrepreneur, and maybe you say, I'm part of the LGBTQ community. Every single one of those variables I can find money for. Nice. So that is what makes it unique. So if you said, I'm a fashion designer in DC, I would say, maybe you want to look at the Girl Boss Foundation where they have $15,000 for design. You say, I'm a single mom. Maybe you want to look at the IDA program because it's grants. So it's based on your variables.
Customization. Kedma, thank you so much. I just want to tell the folks at home, she has real life funding and grant opportunities outlined in the book. Make sure you check it out and stay with us. We'll be back with more business inspiration.